Hello, Prawn here, and I want to talk to you about what happens when you insure your gear before you go into a raid in Tarkov. Now, insurance is a good way of protecting your important gear. You've paid a lot of money for it, or maybe you've scavenged and found some good quality stuff that you want to keep hold of. You can see that I'm trying to insure my helmet and backpack and gun here, and you have various options, so you can choose different person to insure with, and there are benefits to the different people, and you have a different cost to pay. I've already paid, but you'll find that depending on what you're insuring, it will cost a certain amount of money. Now, once you've insured that equipment, it's worth bearing in mind some things. You won't get that stuff back. So insurance basically guarantees that you will get things back as long as you've died and not come out with them if you don't extract. So if you get killed, but also that the loot doesn't get picked up by the enemy. So let's say that this person that's just killed me, which is actually a scav, which is an important point of note, has then gone over and looted my body and taken all the stuff that I'd insured. I won't actually get that back. So the insurance I would have paid for, but I won't actually get those items back because they've taken those items and then potentially extracted with them and made them their own, which is very frustrating because it means you've paid out for it, you've lost the gear, and you've paid out for it, and you can't get it back. However, if a bot kills you, so if a scav bot kills you, you will find that you do get it back. Now, it's worth bearing in mind that insurance can take a while. This can take a couple of days, real-world days, before you get your gear back. And if you don't claim it quick enough, you can also lose it still. So it's worth loading up the game a couple of days after you played and then clicking into the messenger. And you'll see here that Prapor has basically sent me various different messages saying that he's given me my gear back. So he's found some of the gear that I insured and now I can collect it. One of the problems I've got here is there isn't enough space in my stash, so I actually had to do some management to sort that out to basically fit it in, so that's worth bearing in mind. But once you've got your stash sorted out, you can then receive everything that wasn't hijacked. Now, there are other things worth bearing in mind. If a friend has insured their gear, you go in with them and they die, you either have the option of picking up their stuff and trying to extract with it, or hiding it somewhere where no one else is going to find it, because a bot won't pick it up if it's just out in the wild in a bush, and it's highly unlikely that a player will find it in that bush either. Therefore, they'll get it back from the insurance and they'll be saved at some point where their gear will be returned to them, which is a benefit. If it's just left on a body, it'll be really obvious and it can be found with ease. But there you can see the steps for insurance and the repercussions of it and whether it's worth doing. If you found this video useful, check out the other tips and tricks videos linked in the description.